1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hey everybody, I'm going to talk to you today about this specific guitar. It's another one that I had sent to me in order to do a review of. I've seen it around and I thought, you know, I should check it out for myself. And so here we are. This guitar, you know, normally I'm looking for beginner's guitar, something I could have one of my students pick up. This is at the outside edge of beginner. Like, this is the most you should pay as a beginner for a guitar, in my opinion. And you should only do it if it's going to be the kind of guitar that's going to stick around for a while. And I think this might meet that criteria. So before I go on too much, let me just tell you that this is actually a Chinese guitar that's based on the Taylor K24 CE design. That's a Koa line of guitars that Taylor makes. They run about $2,600 a pop, quite expensive. This is supposed to be the same thing. Whatever. Now, if you look, it has the similar wood inlay. The Taylor uses this sort of vine design. It's actually pretty well done on this guitar. And there's the Taylor headstock shape, but you'll notice there's no logo because when I talked to them about sending me one, I said I don't want any branding. Let's not pretend it's something that it's not. Is it Koa? Well, it looks similar to Koa, but it's sort of a bland. If that's Koa, it's sort of a bland Koa. Still, it's pretty. It's supposed to be Koa, sides, back, and top. Now, the top is not a laminate. If I look, I can see the grain following through all the way. This is a piece of wood. Maybe it's even Koa. It doesn't quite look like Koa to me. But I'm not a wood expert, so take that! Now, I actually played the Taylor version of this same guitar at Best in Music, so I have some sort of idea. Now, just like the Taylor version is a 3-piece back. The back is a little weird. The grain is so light inside, it's hard to tell if it matches up. It seems to, but it's hard to tell. It's even harder to tell for the sides. It's supposed to have a mahogany neck. Also not sure that that's the case there, but it is lovely. And the profile of this neck is very much like the Taylor neck. It feels a lot like a Taylor. It's got decent tuning gears. They don't have big gaps in them, not a lot of play when you're trying to tune. But here's the question. What does it sound like? Yeah, I hear you saying that. Now, if this is a real Koa top, this is the worst this guitar is probably ever going to sound. It's going to sound better as time goes on. For me, it's a little bright, especially when I compare it to what I'm used to playing my Teton. By the way, why does any company not put the armrest here? Oh, it's such an amazing thing. This doesn't have it clearly. When I'm playing this, it seems a little thin. Have the same it's not the same projection as that Sitka spruce top that I'm used to, but it does have this Fishman preamp. Now, this is not how Taylor does it. Taylor does it with 3 simple knobs there, a volume and a tone, I think. This actually has a blend. So it's got a mic inside and then the piezo pickup. Piezo pickup. That's the rest right underneath the bridge here. This has a blend between the two. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This might be a little loud. It really does seem to pick up a ton of sound. Let's see. You can turn it a little bit more of the microphone off a little more just to the piezo. What if we do like some Pima work? Who's playing the guitar? I did not set this up at all or take it in to get set up. The action is a little high. I find myself getting some buzzy notes when I normally wouldn't. It's a really decent guitar. And for about $400 with the hard case and the preamp installed, this is a steal. Now, listen, anytime you order guitars sight unseen, there is the risk that you're going to get something that's poorly designed, that has a bunch of flaws, maybe even gets damaged in transit. So think about that. But just so you know, I can't find any flaws with this, with the exception of this tail jack, which you can see it's not quite flush, it's not quite straight. I'll probably take this down to my friends at Best in Music in Orem, Utah, and have them just adjust that for me, because I don't really want to screw around with it. I don't want to break it. And they are brilliant. This is the from Aliexpress, Alibaba Express. So you're playing with fire, but it's a solid instrument, especially for the price. So check that out if you are so inclined. Oh, by the way, it took about 4 weeks for this to arrive from the time they said they sent it to me. It's a long time. Peace and song. Oh, yeah. Smash that subscribe button. Peace and song.